Broadcast.
And it is.
Bang. Broadcast. I want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Thursday, November the 10th, 2011. As always, 4 p.m. Eastern. What a day. Can I mute this? What a day. Reversal day. But certainly had a little bit of follow-through. Not much. Hopefully you covered some things in Europe. Dollar index reversing nicely as bond yields in Italy, now that's the key indicator, reversing under 7%. They got a bond issuance off. Wasn't a good one, but enough to get the markets a little bit on the healthy side, happy side. And that's it. So, while, yes, we had a reprieve from bad news, and I think that's why we had the S&P futures rally, the Euro rally, the same problems are abound. And on top of that, we got a lot of other problems out there. The UK today saying that they pretty much sure Israel is going to strike Iran in the next month and a half by year end. Now, if they said by year end, maybe it's going to be before that. Maybe beginning December. What do you think oil is going to go if that happens? I think that's one of the reasons why oil is so strong. And then, of course, tomorrow's 11. Just remember, think about where you are at 11 in the morning at 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Oh, my goodness, 11. That's the time of transformation, baby. Wow. May you live in interesting times. But listen, hopefully you got some of that sell-off today. It was pretty much a dollar up, down day. Nice sell-off, 9 o'clock in the morning. Once the stock market open, bang, futures sold off. Don't tell me there's no correlation. Aussie came in 100 pips, baby. And the problem is they really didn't bounce much. And so we're going to take a look at some of the charts. First, I want to go over the numbers that came out. We really don't have a lot of numbers coming out tonight. We do have Michigan sentiment out of the U.S. And by the way, oh yeah, we have to talk about this. How about Perry? I mean, come on. Perry. Was that the biggest blunder, in my lifetime in politics, and I'm a political science major, business minor at Boston University, I got to tell you, I don't think I've ever seen that kind of a blunder. A brain freeze. A mind, He couldn't come up with a third one. Wow. He's toast. I'm telling you now, between McCain and not being able to know that China had nuclear weapons, and between Perry, that just, can you imagine if he has a brain freeze at other moments? I don't think so. I just can't believe it's Mitt Romney. I can't. But he did do very well. Very presidential last night. Didn't screw up. But they all suck. And they just proved themselves last night. Because McCain, I was actually thinking maybe. But China? How could you not know? That's incredible. All right, so as far as numbers that came out. Australia, numbers came out pretty much in line. Aussie popped a little bit. Unemployment rate getting a little bit better, 5.2%, I think. Yeah. A little bit better. But Chinese trade balance really collapsing. And I got to tell you, between Taiwan, the flooding, Thailand, and Apple reporting rumors, not from Apple, but outside that supply chain, and demand slowing. As Apple goes, so does the global economy, I think. Think about where that Apple iPhone goes before it's completed, too. Think about the Prius. But Chinese trade balance really, exports slowing. Not good. So I think that's one of the reasons why we had the sell-off. Rallying the dollar, sell-off on the futures, and then reversal on the Italian bond yields coming in. And, of course, London did nothing. but their economy is severely crippled by the European situation. A lot of companies out there, I think it was Ralph Lauren, right? A lot of companies citing a massive slowdown in Europe. So that's not good. I'm telling you, it's not pretty out there. It's not pretty. I don't see where the growth is going to come from. Certainly commodity currencies and countries continue to do well if we have this kind of oil price where it is. I mean, it's amazing to me with the global economy really slipping that oil is going to continue to go up. Just think about the tax that does. Forget about 999. I love it. U.S. trade balance a little bit better. Unemployment claims, second time in 2 weeks. Back to back, under 400,000. I have to say, I can't remember the last time. Maybe we're starting to see a trend in this. Maybe the job situation is getting a little bit better. Maybe companies are realizing Obama's toast, hopefully, and we'll get more clarity. And they'll start hiring. Who knows? But that was mildly encouraging. Producer price, import prices collapsing 0.6%, and the federal budget a little bit better. Only negative 98 billion, 0.5. As far as tonight, PPI input output out of London. It's a bank holiday on 11/11/11 in Canada and the U.S. Look for that Janet Yellen speech at 1:15, possibly QE3. But U.S. bond auction also didn't do very well. See, people aren't idiots. Bernanke and Burn Your Aski is going to try and burn their ass by giving bond prices that are way too low. Bond yields. And they're just not willing to pay the price. So, was not a good auction. So anyway, again, look at this dollar index. Again, I think I caution more something bad's going to come out. Negative euro. There was rumors that France was getting downgraded, and they pulled the story. So I think there might be something to that story. That would be very interesting. So, look at this dollar index. To me, it looks like it's going to pull in probably on the 77 side, maybe. I think got to be buyers. I think we reverse back to the upside. I think the stock market could be down 200 to 300 points tomorrow. Yes. I think today's move was a bullcrap fake out. Down 400, only up 100 and change. Give me a break. It was not a great rally. Yes, Cisco was good news, but there were a lot of other negatives. You look at this euro, certainly looks like it could bounce. And listen, maybe it's holding up and it's showing some signs of life, but maybe we could bounce down and then maybe we bounce back up here. But I am a bear on this euro. Excuse me, unless we close above 138.75. That's it. And I'll go long. I'll reverse a New York minute. I don't care. But this thing is a sell. I hope it gets up to 37. Sell, back the truck up. But I think there's a possibility of a big-time reversal. I think going into the weekend, what are these guys going to come up with? All the ECB did was get bond yields under 7% and bought some Italian bonds. They put a freaking little Band-Aid. Where's the bazooka? And that's your risk. Listen, I could be dead wrong. And the big risk is the bazooka. That they do a bazooka overnight or over the weekend. Because I'm planning on taking the euro home short over the weekend. I think they get nothing done. Euro gaps down, and then it forces them to do something. It's almost like the Germans are going to kick and scream and not do anything unless the euro's collapsing, which they love anyway. They can lock in lower. And then come to the rescue. But I think that's a Monday morning, a Sunday night deal. After a sell-off on Friday and a gap down on Sunday. Be some call, wouldn't it? Euro Swiss, I'm a little nervous that this thing, it did come in nicely. I think it breaks again. I'm bearish on the euro across the board. I think this rally today was bull crapola. Euro yen, certainly a nice hammer. Look at the last time this thing hammered like that. Well, it did a couple times here, but, took out a low, and the next day, boom. So you have to be nervous. Listen, if we go bullish engulfing 106, get out of the way and look to resell it maybe at 107. Check the news also. If I'm wrong and they do come out with some sort of bazooka, get long. Are you kidding? If they come up with something, I'm saying they're not. But don't think that I'm going to sit there if they come up with a bazooka and not get out and get long. Oh, no. No way. Again, euro sterling. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. They got crap done today. Bond yields still at 14-year highs. It was a terrible bond auction. Who knows what other problems are out there that could happen even in the next 36 hours? The rumor of the French downgrade? Hello. So look at this euro sterling. This thing could pop up to 86. It would still be a short. But again, remember, weekly. We're at the end of the week. If the euro starts getting momentum to the downside, a lot of people are going to be panicking out. It's going to be a mad rush out. My euro Canada also reversed nicely. I like this one short a lot. I think this thing is rolling over. Look how the 10, 20, 30 is starting to cross. We're getting arcing. This thing is ready to melt down. I freaking love it. Say a little 134. You know what? That could be a dollar Canada collapsing, euro dollar going nowhere. Big time. Dollar yen. Remember, people, I have a premium service. You can try my service free for 1 week. Email me, info@globalfxllc.com. Dollar yen really showing not much, but in a very tight range today. I think it breaks lower. I think we go down to 77. I think the BOJ intervenes and steps out of the way. Intervenes, steps out of the way. They're not stupid. So I think it's rolling over, catching up to the EMAs, and getting a little bit oversold, trying to at least. Maybe. But you know what? If the stock market's going to come in, this is not the Swiss National Bank. The BOJ, Japan still has the third biggest GDP in the world. So to move the yen is a lot different than moving the Swiss franc. Dollar Canada, I know it broke out. It looks so deliciously gorgeous. I think it pulls back, and you got to be long. You got yourself a nice stop out here. You know, takes out par 80, you got to be out. Takes out this low here, you got to be out. But you know what? If the stock market sells off, gold even comes in a little more, this thing goes right back up to the moon. And maybe even comes in lower to buy it to the moving averages and then back up. But I still am not convinced this is a fake out. I think today was a fake out, and we get the real move tomorrow. Dollar Swiss. A little toppy. Definitely looking toppy. I didn't play the Swiss franc today. And this one too, cable. Certainly showing signs of life. Certainly a reversal pattern. You know, down, then up, then closing as a doji. I think you got to be a seller on strength. And producer prices last night checked. China collapsed last night. Import price in the U.S. collapsing. This PPI number should be kind of light. Be able to sell that euro sterling higher. And then looking for the reversal in the U.S. session. Oh, baby. I can feel it. I got it. And Jojo likes it too. Stop. All right. There's a picture of Jojo on my Facebook, Andrew.Spanton. Hey. Sorry. You know what? Let's take a look at this pound Aussie. Nice reversal today. Hopefully you nailed it. Profit target, boom. Certainly a gorgeous looking reversal candle. No doubt. Look at that. It don't get no prettier than that. I'm staying on the sidelines. I'm not sure. I'm a buyer. Gets down to 55 for sure. That's 200 pips, though. But certainly, you know, catching up, maybe getting down to 156, 155.50. But this is a gorgeous reversal candle. I mean, you take a look here. Right? But we have reversal candle here. Nothing. Right? We have reversal candles here. Nothing. And it's still held. So, yes, if we take out today's low, pound Aussie, it's going lower. But I'm looking for my old propeller pattern where shooting star, bearish engulfing, reversal in the same day. Bang! I'm not fully convinced this breakout's not for real. Again, I think this is for real. I think we hit the bottom of the range, and we're going back up here, baby. I'm not convinced. Risk off. Maybe we get a turnaround Tuesday. I think, you know, maybe the debt commission comes up with something. But, you know, certainly, listen, not this one. Pound Kiwi didn't reverse. Closed nicely. This one's got a shot. Going up here for sure. I still like this. 206.50, baby. It's going up. New Zealand's closing terrible. And again, these things are telling us something. Aussie telling us something. Now again, remember, the key is bullish engulfing, right? And that's taken out this high. We take out 102, you got to be out, look to get on the sidelines, and maybe get back in at 102.75. I'm not saying for you to take this pain. You know, to be short here, risking 50, and then sell back up here, risking another 50.75. Look for that propeller pattern. Propeller pattern is this. See this? Inside shooting star, and then doji. There's something similar to that. That's my propeller pattern. And then you get direction. So it's not necessarily, it's sort of like a wedge. You don't really know what direction it's going to go. You just got to go with it when it does. But this Aussie, I don't buy it. Aussie Kiwi, obviously looking good. This thing looks like it wants to go. Got to be bullish on this thing. It's going to hit the channel line. Where's my channel line? Thought I had one. At that 132.50 level. Yeah, 132, big spot. This is a weekly, but looks like it's going higher. And that means more New Zealand dollar weakness because the Aussie's not going up. And again, this cable closing terrible. Look at the daily chart on that. So New Zealand, even New Zealand yen, well, certainly not a doji, certainly not a hammer. Pound Canada, I have not been trading, but Pound Canada certainly, I would imagine, a nice reversal. I'm not buying it, though. And again, it's all about the S&Ps. Let's take a look. Remember, forexnews.com, people. Check out their website. Sign up for their newsletter. Good stuff. S&P 500. Daily chart. Mildly decent. I'm not so thrilled with it. Still looks like a double top to me. Still down 400 is all you could bounce. I'm not buying it. And I think we definitely come in. And again, the news, Europe is coming in. Europe is in big trouble. Their economies are collapsing. A lot of exports, the United States, if Europe comes in big, that's a big hit to Europe, to U.S. companies. Believe me. So I just think this close tomorrow is going to be very important because, you take a look at the weekly. And we see a close down here is not very pretty. That confirms this top up here. I could even see us down again 200-300 points tomorrow, 1,200. This weekly looks very toppy. But tomorrow, everything could change. Listen, maybe they rally it. Looking at gold. Gold really down again. Really cannot hold that 1,800. Look at that weekly shooting star. Oh, baby. But gold was down a lot more. Made a nice comeback. But still, that's no hammer. I think we come in more in gold. I think gold hit the top at 1,800. And again, they're selling, raising money. Raising money. Crude, I'm telling you, this crude's got more to go. This Iranian situation is not getting good. Looks like 100 easy. There's a time when you're dealing with risk-on factors, you really want to step away from oil. It doesn't trade like it normally does. Gold will. Gold is a lot less more, you get an oil disruption, oil's going to explode on every terms, and that's against gold too. So be very careful on oil. All right, again, but, you look at this euro. Could it rally more? Let's take a look at the hourly chart. And sure. Nice wedge on the hourly. Looks like we might spike up a little bit. You know what? Do you Fibonacci from the high to the low. So we can get 136.70. This baby could rally just like 60, 70 pips. Oh, baby. Start scaling in. Notice where it's going to hit. right up to our channel line right over here, 3670. So I hope the euro does go up. But again, I think it's going to reverse, close terrible. We close below 135 tonight. The only way I'm wrong is if there's some sort of good news. Andrew Spanton, team, I'll see you back at 5 o'clock. 5. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. Info at globalfxllc.com. Voice of Forex on Twitter. Voice of Forex on Facebook. Check them out, baby. Good stuff. Like my videos, people. Come on. I need the exposure. Bye-bye.